Cross, crossbones, cross, crossbones, cross, crossbones, cross, crossbones. The ones who disobey, you learn to put a lesson of golden stones. Your visit is subjective, it is a basic skill to learn.
Alrighty. So, in Ector County, there's been a judge accused, and the district attorney is going after him soundly for, get this, the Sixth Amendment, which is public hearing. Alright? So the district attorney is going after a judge for denying the family members the right to sit in court while the family members are being prosecuted. And these are the people that put policies where we can't even record it in there. So not only that they deny people going in there recording for public use, they denied family to go in there and watch the convictions of families or set free of families. Now, this judge, Ron, he said for the past 20 years, it's been standard practice of all the judges in there doing this. And let that sink in for a minute. So, past 20 years, all the judges in the courthouse is using standard practice of families not attending in the court process of family. Now, some of you guys already know, we already know this, but some of y'all out there don't know about this. And it's finally starting to come out on some of these things. So, I hope really to send a message to the other judges they can't do this. They need to get rid of this judge because he's operating out of bad behavior. Okay? And they can get rid of the judge operating in bad behavior. They just never do it. So, that's good news. He's actually been on there. Now it's going to be on record that he's gone through this. So, maybe this is a lesson learned. He's probably not going to, be no longer a judge. But we can always hope. So, I hope he has to retire or something like that. And to send a message to the rest of the judges. Now, that being said, y'all, Odessa has crooked judges. And they do have crooked cops. And I don't know too much about cops, so let me rephrase that. Sheriffs. And I personally be really retaliated against. So, yeah. They're out there. And the people out there really need to start filming the sheriffs out there. And the sheriffs, if you guys ever see this, uphold your oath. It's not complicated. Speaking of sheriffs, in Callahan County, where I reside now, and no, it's not because of retaliation of the sheriff. If I was out there, I'll be out there filming that sheriff every single freaking night. But I'm not. But the two sheriffs I have in Callahan County, well, I say two sheriffs, they're running for sheriffs. Both of them got in trouble for miswording their application of being in the Army, Rangers and all that. So I'm not going to get in a great deal about that. But both of them pretty much left the forces. And they should have. But this is what we get, people. When we teach the cops to lie, it's okay for them to lie to everybody. So stay on top of your sheriffs. And this goes back into a video I made a couple of days ago or so. This is the reason why elections are pretty important. Is so we can get rid of bad behavior. And if we can keep the good cops and replace the bad ones for more good cops, then we all live in a better society. Officers been so trained and so spoiled on to be able to lie to we the people, and yes, technically I think it's non and void, but in 1969 the Supreme Court ruled it's legal for all officers to lie. Now I don't remember that being in the Constitution, so that is non and void. They cannot lie because they had to operate in good behavior and operate by the Constitution. But they did put that in the oath to follow state laws. So it's a catch-22. But since the Constitution's first, they need to go back into the Constitution first, make sure the law coincides with the Constitution. That is their job, supposedly. And the sheriffs are supposed to go after the local police and tell them to knock it off. If not, that I can press charges against them and be arrested. Some of y'all don't know that, but they can arrest officers for operating in bad behavior against my Constitution rights. And I say my Constitution rights, that's because everybody knows it by that. That also goes for judges, lawyers, and they don't want nobody to know this. But that is what the sheriff's authority is to protect us from them. So I just wanted to bring that up. So in Ector County, a judge had been saying the family members cannot come into a public court and watch their family be prosecuted or set free. Alright, and it's been standard practice from what he said, which goes by hearsay. That all the judges have been doing this for the past 20 years. Surprise, surprise, surprise. So, and my two sheriffs, we did not get to elect a sheriff because both of them that was running, non and void. So our main sheriff commissioner is still active right now. He wanted to retire until somebody takes his place. So we'll see what happens there. And so far nobody's really jumped up to say, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. But trust me, I will vet them as soon as I find out. So, we're getting that two out of the way. Now, I may be wrong. And once again, this is hearsay. I think, from what the hearsay is from, San Angelo had a couple of bad cops as under investigation. Now, there's a YouTube channel out there in San Angelo area, And at the moment, I cannot think of the person's name, so I apologize for that. This right here was last minute. I've been busy getting my truck up and ready for hauling asphalt for the season, and it's going to be running hard. So making sure everything's proper and good. I also got a court case myself that I represent myself in, which is basically easy term saying it's a lawsuit against the other grandparents, denying them visitation rights when they never showed up to where my grandson resides. How can I deny them if they never show up? So this is an easy case. Represent myself, and did a writs on that. So we'll play this by ear to see how it goes. So it's actually, I say a simple case, but it's actually pretty severe. They want me to spend 2 years in jail and all this kind of crap. So am I a little concerned? Yeah, I am. But it is what it is. So y'all out there, wish me luck on this battle of this lawsuit. I say it's easy, but you know, I got to go into Odessa for this. So all the judges been crooked there. I just don't know what I walked myself into. Now I heard this one judge is actually fairly good. She actually operates in pretty much in good behavior. So again, that's hearsay. Again, it's a judge, and you know how they go. Okay. So wish me luck on that, y'all. Didn't really have a whole lot to say. I just wanted to kind of bring this up on a couple of good cases that's come about, and these people running for sheriff, they lied on their paperwork. That was automatically operating in bad behavior. So we'll stay on top of that, or try to. I'm gonna be busy, and I'm busy now as it is. I didn't need any more stuff, but I got to go to work, pay bills. I'll try to keep up on this process of the judge in Odessa and see what becomes of it. I still got family members there that help me keep an eye on it. But right now, that's it. And this band right here, once again, is my favorite band. Different song, and it's Ginger. And sit, stay, roll over. Don't that sound like the Cops? Copyright purpose. So I just kind of lean off with this song for you guys to kind of get a taste of it. To me, badass. She's got range that just unbelievable. so I don't get usually into screaming, but she just turns it into awesome the way she does it. Band's real tight, and every song she does just sounds like a totally different band. You can recognize her voice, obviously, but the way they operate the music, it just seems like every time you listen to a new song of theirs, they just make it sound like it's a totally different band doing it. Everything's tight on this group. Again, y'all, wish me luck on my little lawsuit. That's going to be on the 13th of this month. Keep an eye on the judge in Ector County. See what happens about all the other judges in Ector County. Get this, for the past 10 years, they've been asking us to pay tax dollars for they can have a new court. And the only reason why I never voted on it, and I told the other people the reason why I won't vote on it, is because they operate in bad behavior. And why do we, why do we give them something if they operate in bad behavior? Bad behavior is punishment. If you want a new courthouse, by gosh, start operating in good behavior. We'll give you a treat, a new courtroom. They stay in the courtrooms all the time. I don't. So, yeah. Just in case some of you guys listen out there in Ector County, don't vote for the new courthouse if they're operating in bad behavior. And most of you guys should know this, but first you got to understand the court systems to actually know how crooked they really are. Study Constitution, study law, legalese, and I'm not an expert of any of this whatsoever. There's just so much of it. And I tell you, law contradicts the Constitution. 95% of the laws contradicts the Constitution. So if you accept the laws, then you don't know the Constitution in the country you reside in. And that's pretty darn silly. And don't mean to cut anybody down or anything like that, but that's what happens when you pay attention to the idiot box and not watching your surroundings and what's happening to your neighbors, your community, your town folks, your city folks. So, diesel for we the people, and we're out of here.